Little Manila keeps the Filipino culture alive in a sense that it's more like an oasis for us, a gathering of families after a long week of hard work. They came here for good food, and meeting friends and families.
A lot of the Filipinos migrate here to America from the Philippines to to have a better life for themselves, for their kids, and whenever they're feeling a homesick, they come to an area, like this area, to feel as if they're back home again.
We started the business 1976. It's my wife's dream. I work here as a civil engineer for 8 months, just for 8 months. And then I stopped working and I help with the business and I love it.
Little Manila keeps the Filipino culture alive by bringing in a lot of out-of-towners. We have a lot of customers who are from Jersey, from Pennsylvania, from Massachusetts, who've heard from word of mouth about this place and who've traveled many miles just to come and dine here or whatever, have brunch or have dinner. And just if you look around in the neighborhood, a lot of restaurants are like clustered together, and there's just so many eateries that you can choose from. Well, I think the Filipino culture it's a very warm-hearted culture.
We are being family oriented.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
And being so spiritual, and we really embraces what we really had in the Philippines, even where we are in the world.
Filipino culture for me is unique in a way that it's a mix of Spanish and American culture. As you may know, the Filipinos were colonized by Spain for almost 4 centuries. And the culture of the Spanish was deeply embedded to us. Like we have fiestas. The food we're eating now is mostly a fusion from the Spanish era. And as with the American culture, we have the pop, the cheerleading contest in college, we have that basketball culture, the way we dress, it's all inherited from the American culture.
My favorite thing about Filipino culture is to being creative or artistic. Filipinos can make things, very good things, from a little thing and from nothing.
If you ask me about the culture, Filipino culture that I observe, we still don't lose that Filipino culture. We still have we respect the elders. They must have the very close family ties.
The most meaningful part of Filipino culture is the strong family ties. We Filipinos tend to look after our family, not only your respective family, but extended family as well. Mostly Filipinos wants to go abroad to seek greener pasture.
It's not hard for me to adjust to American way of living because I have friends, families with me when I come over here. I have my brother here, my 2 brothers, and my wife and my sister-in-law. So we're a big family.
Yes, I had a hard time adjusting about the culture of America, because especially the weather, and because Americans are really different from Filipinos. Different belief, different culture, and especially different food.
I go to the Philippines 4 to 5 times a year because I enjoy over there. It's the root of my family, my life.
In a sense, I guess that's the responsibility of the parents to give Filipino wisdom, and share to them what our Filipino culture is. Just like for me, for example, I always say to my kids, always respect your parents, don't disobey them. Respect your elders. That's the number one, things that we always say to our kids. I learned it from my mom and dad, so I'm giving it to my sons and daughters.
I could observe that all the children, they every afternoon they make some, you call that mano, blessing, and they always use the po. That means yes sir, yes ma'am. They really respect the elders. That's what I've observed. No matter what, even the rich one, the poor one, and that's the Filipino culture that I really appreciate.
Based on what I have observed here when I'm working here, still the young kids, even if they were not born in the Philippines, and it's still using the word po for the old people. Whenever they ask something, they're still using the word po. Thank you po, salamat po.
I've been working here since 1976. That is almost 39 years. I still enjoy every day of it. I don't get bored. Not like I enjoy really working here because it's mostly because I have my Filipinos around me. Most of them, 99%. That's why I don't get bored. I enjoy working.
Ihawan is the best and number one Filipino restaurant in Queens, if not in New York.
Yeah. I can tell Ihawan is the best food. All the restaurants here in New York, I tasted a lot of restaurants. I can tell Ihawan is still the best and the most visited restaurant in New York.
So if you want a good home-cooked kind of meal feel to it, come here.
It's like you're in your own kitchen.
Like your mom's cooking, maybe better.